Okay, we're going to use Ginger, and we're going to talk about aversive tools and the disingenuous arguments and videos that get put out by the positive only people. Right? Little correction, she wasn't paying attention. Her tail's still good, her face still good, her ear's still good. Right? Good girl. Now I don't use prong collars often, and I don't use e-collars almost never. Ready, sit. Good. Heel. Right. Oh, look, she's pulling her head away from me. Yeah, because I'm going to pet on her head. That's what they do. Right? So, the reason I say this is I saw a video with a girl. It was a girl complaining about it, and it was a girl that was using it. Right? So, the girl that was using it walks up to the back door and goes beep, beep on the e-collar, right? And then opens the door, the dog comes in, the dog's in a not real good body posture, right? So the girl that's complaining about it is like, look at these dogs, boo, 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 boo. All right, so look at the person that is using the tool is using it improperly. They probably didn't do it the way most e-collar people do, right? They probably didn't do it the way most prong collar people use those. Now, I don't use the prong collar in that way. Like they'll condition it with food to make the dog really like it. When I use it, it's to be corrective. So I don't care about the positive association. We want to stop. For me, I want to stop certain behaviors. I want to try to teach as much as I can positive reinforcement. Good girl. Right? And sit. Good. Right? So we teach as much as we can positive reinforcement, and then we'll correct stuff that we don't like. That's the way I learned to do it. Right? Actually, the only time I ever do it is when it's extreme. Right? The people can't handle dogs a little too much. How's it going, buddy? Right? So you'll notice that all these people that talk bad about an e-collar and a prong collar, they have never used one. They have never worked with anybody that has used one. And they make BS emotional excuses of why they're such a bad thing. Right? Now, I'm a minimalist. I don't want to use it unless I have to, unless the person really needs the help or the dog really needs the help. And I like to get off of it if I can. That's my attitude towards it. I want to get to the regular collar and just be normal, right? So anyways, you'll always see them putting out stuff, videos and pictures of stuff that's misuse, right? They will never show you the dogs that are with people like Larry Crone, Robert Cabral, a couple of local people that I know, right? They'll never show you the good ones. Never, 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 right? So tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe 1 million dogs have been trained on e-collars and prong collars, and they're perfectly happy. This girl, perfectly happy, right? There's a little correction because she's not paying attention to my body. Well, actually, it was more negative reinforcement. I was leash pressure, right? Does she hate me? No. Do I want her to pay attention to me there? No. I don't care. She can sniff as long as she's walking. I was thinking about correcting it out. This is kind of a work thing, but kind of not. So anyways, if you've never tried, here's another comment that I always see on these. If I'd like to see them put that tool on them and give it to their neighbor that's not so nice, right? So what is this? This is another disingenuous argument. Why would you? That's implying or inferring whatever. It's trying to say that people that use these tools don't like the dog. Why would you put a tool on a person to let the person see how it works and have it with somebody that doesn't like them? That's not the relationship of the aversive tool trainer. I don't like calling it that. Of the trainer that uses aversive tools and the dog. It's not a conflicting relationship. Right? So, and actually, the tools are actually better because it's less personal, right? So if I have to correct her and I go like this, It's a lot less than me going, right? Or grabbing the collar, which I do have to do sometimes. Some old school stuff. Just because you have new stuff doesn't mean the old school stuff is bad, right? Good. Right? But you'll never see the good dogs from the people that are complaining about it. They try to act like it doesn't exist. Why is that? Because they're the authoritarians, right? The people that want you to only do one thing one way, and it's not even realistic that every single dog is going to react exactly the same to what you use, as in, say, food, for instance. I got two dogs in there that they'll take some food, right? Two out of 6 dogs right now could care less about the food. I just had 2 leave. I had another one leave that I never got her to take food. I mean, she would take food, but she wasn't working for it. Bust the ball out. Hey, good. She likes it. The affection, she likes it, right? This one, she don't really care too much about the affection. Right? It's just everybody is so disingenuous because they're pushing a narrative and they're pushing their own agenda instead of what's best for the dog, which is staying in the home. I mean, she would probably be better somewhere else, but the lady has a lot of money and she doesn't mind spending it for the dog to come to me. I've been trying to get her to do less with me and more with her, because she'll tell me about stuff that she's doing at home and I'm like, well, quit letting her do that stuff. If you allow it, you're reinforcing it. She's never going to stop it. Right? Trainers aren't magic. She can be perfect here. She's going to go home. Her mom lets her get away with all kinds of stuff. Mom doesn't do any work. Then she's going to have to continue this until she gets old enough that she doesn't need it. Anyways, tools are not, oh, that's what I was going to say. So people with aversive tools, not only that use aversive tools regularly, not only do they usually have they tried it on themselves, they also they show the owners what it feels like, right? Now, some owners are at such a point that they might just be like, yeah, I don't care, do whatever you want. But there's a lot of owners that are like, yeah, I don't know about this thing. And so they put it on the hands. Here, test it out. This is what we do. You start low, go high. Some people say not to do that, but the general practice is you start as low as possible and get up to a working thing. So, right? So I can correct that. Good girl, right? No big deal. You see her tail go down, you see her ears change? No, because it's not a big deal, because we've done it right. Now, like I said, I don't condition it with food, like the people that put them on, they want the dog to be on it for life. I don't do that. Good girls. It's a good girl. You ready for your break? Tired of me talking? What's going on, buddy? All right. Right? And she's had some pretty good corrections on it. And she's had some pretty good corrections without it. Right? Oh, good girl. She's had a lot of rewards. She knows how to act. Sometimes she just wants to do whatever she wants, and it gets her in trouble. Right? Like here. We're kind of still, my body was kind of that we're done, right? My body language was telling her, hey, we're done for the day. And we are. Ready? Let's see. Did it look like I was throwing it that way? She go chase the birds. Anyways, tools, not a big deal. People that are against them and have never actually learned about them and have never actually worked with anybody that uses them and has never used them, don't listen to them because they're full of shit, right? If you've never done something, what did my mom say about vegetables when I was a kid? Don't knock it till you try it, right? And then, so when you're a kid and you're complaining about, look at that guy, that's silly. Why would somebody do that? I don't know. Try it. See why they're doing it. You have to ask yourself why for everything. If people are against it, why? If people are for it, why? Find out why. And if you don't want to do it, then don't do it. It's no big deal. But you shouldn't be talking about other people that don't, right? And I feel that way both ways. A lot of guys are like positive only never and force free. Yay, good girl. It never works, blah, blah, blah. It works for the right dog and for the right people. Sometimes the dog that it works for is not worth the people that are going to do it. And sometimes the people that want to do it, it's not working for the dog, right? Everything works for the right person, the right dog, the right environment, right? The right situation, whatever, however you want to put it. Everything can work, and everything can not work. There's no one size fits all for anything in this world, unless you get into like mechanical real stuff. But you have animals that have emotions, right, and think, right. Then you got to find what works for them, and more importantly, what works for the people to keep the dog in the home, right? That's what I don't know. Anyways, I'm babbling now. We're out of here. Oh, that was only 11 minutes, dude. Wow.